Hello, 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 hello. Sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me now, Benita? Benita? All right. We had trouble. I don't know what happened. I had rebooted my computer. Oh, good. So it's not destroyed. Oh, my goodness. Technology, technology. It's not even, Mercury retrograde. Maybe it's the lunar eclipse energy. I don't know. But I lost everyone's could you hear me at all at any time, or did it go out at some point, or oh, okay. So it wasn't like silence the entire time I didn't talk for like an hour and okay. Well, welcome back. As soon as I started the first reading, oh my gosh. I guess I should pay attention to the chat room after all, or my phone. Thanks for letting me know, Intuitive. Oh well, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, not the first reading. Oh, okay. I was like, an entire hour? Oh, the last reading. Oh, good. Oh, good. At least there's something out there for others. So, all right. Well, Benita, did you have a question? Well, waiting for other people to pop in here. Oh, the last reading of the professor. Oh, okay. Let me just shrink this down. All right. All right. Welcome back. All right. So, Benita, so how will it be like? Okay, good. Okay. So, the professor one, when that one started, then maybe the professor wasn't supposed to hear their reading. Spirit's like, no. So, Spirit muted me. That's funny. Huh, Okay. All right. All right. So, all right, Serenity of Soul. Well, the good news is that I lost all the other chat. So starts fresh here. I'll have Benita and then VD. And so if you put your question, Serenity, then I will do yours. As long and I'll keep an eye here on my phone too. Thank you, Intuitive, for letting me know. I'll keep that over here. So if something weird happens, text me or like you did. And calling is what made caught my eye out of the corner there. So thank you. I'm so glad you were here. All right. So Benita, you want to know how will it be when Gurpreet and you meet each other for the first time in person? If you ever do. You live in different states. Okay, let's take a look here. We'll see what they have to say here. All right. Well, I do like it. Um, you have the king of Okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure. No, no, I'm paranoid, right? I look down like, okay, no, you guys can still hear me. So you have the King of Cups, which is the balance of heart and mind, which I do like coming in here. Whenever it has to do with meeting individual, it's a good balancing that's going on there. I do feel like the Seven of Swords here is about just making sure you understand which of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets are keeping you like stealing away joy, stealing away opportunities. Don't let like old thoughts and old beliefs that are from your past, around your worthiness, your what you are allowed to have come to you and all that, because that's like I feel they're telling you uh, it's important for you in at this time to really let those things go away, because you do have this inner stuff going on here. You have the Nine of Wands and you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment, but nines are all about um, looking inward into yourself. And the Nine of Wands is about you really understanding your power and that, especially with that Seven of Swords, that you have this ability to remove the nine, this wand out of the way and remove blocks that are there. So I really feel like it's that King of Cups is a very positive card to have with a relationship, but they're saying in the meantime while you're waiting to meet, it's important for you to do this inner journey because you have two nines, which nine is the Hermit card in the major arcana, and so it's like it's time for you to look inward for that, but it does bring this wish fulfillment. And I mean, obviously, with all this, I don't have anything saying that you guys won't meet. Yeah, and you have the Six of Pentacles, which is about being aware of. I call it my codependency awareness card when I'm looking at relationships. So as you're doing that inner search, as you're doing that inner reflection, it's important for you to look back and see where this overgiving um, tendency came from, right? Where you want to give and give and give and overgive, and like you feel like you have to give 100 of something to get one back, right? This is about equal giving and receiving, and that you are worthy of that. But there's that block, there's that thing that from earlier in your life when you had to overdo things to get attention, to get love, and that carried over into school, into relationships and everything in your life. And now this is like this time for you to kind of understand that, to where you won't uh, like turn it into a parent child relationship where you feel like you're the parent giving to a child. It'll be an equal beautiful giving and receiving instead. So I feel like there you guys will meet, but it's like a pause, and it's good that they're in another state, um, because then you get to work on those things before you meet, and then it'll be this fresh start, this new start in new ways than you have had before. So I like it. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you there, Benita. All right, let me just look down here. All right, so BD, you are up next, and then Serenity. So you want to know, what are you ignoring or avoiding that needs attention? And will you be successful in your fashion design career? Okay, so what are you ignoring or avoiding that needs attention? All right. And then these two are going to be about your the career thingy. So I feel like you have the Empress card here, which normally is about a new beginning. but I feel like this is also mother nature, mother nurture, and I feel like it is time, like, the thing that you are avoiding or that needs attention is actually yourself, self-care, self-nurturing, looking at yourself, and you have the Ace of Swords here, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective, looking at those beliefs that no longer, um, like, they no longer are good for you. They're no longer, you know, a valid way for you to treat yourself, you know. It's like if you've had defense mechanisms or things that made you feel safe before, they're not needed anymore because you protect yourself. Because you also have the hanged man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective, and it's also like a cocooning of sorts where it is looking into yourself and nurturing yourself. So I feel like it's important for you to put yourself in a high place in your life so that you can understand, later, what's coming your way. But it's like this self-care, self-nurturing, making sure you are taken care of and that you're not like hurting your health, doing all these things, trying to live up to all these expectations, all these things. And it's like, no, I get to take care of me as well during the process. I get to make myself a priority, my alone time, my, you know, rejuvenation time. It's important not to like drain yourself, through all of that. And then your fashion design career, let me take a look here. Yeah, and they have the 3 of Pentacles, which is about making sure you stay to your authentic self through that fashion design career. There's gonna be people that are gonna say, "This is the way you should do it, that's the way you should do it," and you'll exhaust yourself trying to live up to everyone's expectations. The 10 of Swords is about, usually there's someone, like, laying down that has 10 swords stuck in their back, which are all those opinions supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be's that we have from, all of the past. And it's like they want you to stay your authentic self, follow your authentic path and what you want to do with things. Because you do have the 8 of Wands, which is about drive and ambition and messages from spirit too, but it's this a wonderful energy of expression and you're ready to move up and really it's fast movement that will come for you in the fashion design career if you stay authentic to you. If you try to regurgitate what someone else is doing, right, or like, well, this is what they taught us in school and da 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 da. I feel like, and it's so important, of course, in fashion, right, that you do things unique in your way and different, and you do that, and that's what really helps your fashion design career go places when you stay authentic to yourself and get rid of all those expectations of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be. So I feel like what uh, in relation to that, what you're avoiding that needs to have the attention is these old thoughts and beliefs that are having like you feel caged, and where all the stress and the fear of losing a conditional love is coming from. So as you release those more and more and more, your creativity will flow so much more as well because you're not boxing yourself in. You're allowing yourself, to be in different directions. So that's what they have for you, BD. So I like it for you. Can't wait to see what you do. All right. So, Serenity of Soul, thank you for your patience. And so, you passed time in the pool this morning with some people and you want to know what they think about you because you feel bad and you did your best. And you did your best for people. Don't feel that. Okay. All right. So, you met some people by the pool and then you just want to know what was their impression of you. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, BD, if you look into like why do I believe that? and what am I fearing? That's the biggest, I think, thing there for you. All right, let's see here. So, what did they think of you? All right. Well, the Knight of Cups is here, so there was movement of emotion, and I think there was some, maybe some misunderstandings of, beliefs. Like people have their opinions, and if there was any kind of, you know, that was there, it was because someone was misunderstanding, and they just have some different opinions, but um, there is the strength card here, which so, they did see you as someone that is very let's say they're like there's this inner strength, this stability that they sensed there, because you also have the King of Pentacles. And with both of these together, it really shows like this strong individual. But I almost think that it might come across as stubborn too. Like, the Five of Swords shows like when I try to prove that my little opinion of whatever is more truer than your opinion. And so it becomes this conflict instead of a discussion. It becomes a I'm going to prove that my truth is more truer than your truth. And so there could be this little um so you're strong, you come across as strong and really almost Taurian, like not that you're bullheaded, but it's like the Tauruses. They're like, no, this is what it is. And so there is this flexibility that you can have with that. Um, allowing people, question like, "Oh, why do you feel that way?" "Oh, okay, that's interesting. And what do you feel about this?" Instead of saying, "No, this is how you should do." And it opens up. So, with that awareness that you come across as someone very strong and very solid in their ways, you can be aware of it and then, offer a cup of truce, a cup a cup of compassion, allowing them to think what they want to think as well. Um, so the next time you see them out there, you can just pick up on their energy too, as you bump into them, and and then if you feel the need to go, "Hey, I think I started off on a wrong foot, and I hope I didn't come across too strong." And if they're like, "Oh no, come on, come sit here," but I feel like if you because you do come across so strong that if you allow a little bit of vulnerability in there, that it'll go a long way for you too. So, but I don't think I don't feel like it was like everyone. I feel like it was like maybe one person in the group was also someone who's, and that's why you guys butted heads, because they're very much in their, no, this is what it is. And then they got defensive. But I feel like, you know, it was just one in the group, and everyone in the group knows. They're like, "Oh, here we go," because they always do that to anyone else. It's almost like they're a little bit of insecurity there on their part, where it's like the pecking order, it's like, "Oh, someone new's trying to come into the pack, I need to pee on their leg and show them that I'm the dominant one." And it's like, "No." And they're all used to it. They're just like, so I imagine that if you bump into some of them without that other person there, they might even apologize for their friend and go, "Oh, we're sorry about that. They do that all the time," or whatever. But I feel like it didn't like ruin things. Mean Girls. There's a show about them. But yeah. So um I feel like it'll be fine. It's just when you come back, into them, just kind of see what you're picking up and see how you want to do that. If it's important enough to you, you're just like, "Hey, sorry if I came across that way," then things will work out with that. So yeah, so I like that. So that's what they have for you, Serenity. Many blessings for you. All right. Hey, Chat Noir. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Sony. Hey, Sunny. Hey, we have Sony and Sunny. Hey, Pooja Gupta. Welcome, welcome. All right. So, Pooja, you asked a question here. Serenity, it was good and bad. It was good for um, all of them except for that one. And for them, it felt bad because, they felt bad afterwards. But that's what they do. They feel defensive and they're like that all the time. So you can't control that. But everyone else was like, hey. And then there's like, oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Pooja, should you relocate to Bangalore to prepare for your exams? Is that the right decision? Well, let's take a look here and see uh, what Spirit feels about Bangalore. Is that for your highest experience for your exams? Well, so you got the hermit and you got the high priestess. The hermit is about turning inward and you go on your inner journey. So it's like stepping away from everyone so that you're in this, to yourself. And the high priestess does the same thing. She like withdraws back to her the high priestess temple, away from everyone, away from all the noise and all of that. So I feel like relocating, getting away from everything, away from all distractions. If that's what will happen in Bangalore, like you won't have distractions, then that'll help you because there's all these mixed emotions going on here. The Seven of Cups. It's like there's a lot of people distracting you, and there's a lot of lessons. Let's see here. There's a lot of lessons with this devil card here. Like where you're at now, I feel like there's a lot of noise, a lot of activity, a lot of things that are demanding your attention. And but the hermit and the high priestess feels peaceful and quiet away from it. It's like being in the eye of a storm instead of out in a storm. So if Bangalore is that place of quietness, then that is the right decision. They're like, that's where you'll be able to focus and concentrate and you won't have as many distractions. So that's what they have for you regarding that. So hopefully that resonated and so if Bangalore is going to be loud and busy and distraction, then no, that wouldn't be the good choice. So getting away um, from it all to study is what they are recommending. So appreciate it. All right. So Sunny, you are up next. And you're newly married. Well, congratulations. Oh, oh, oh. So you're married to the sidekick here. Uh-oh. So let's take a look here. Let's see what they have for you, Sonny. And welcome. Thank you, thank you. At first I thought you were newly married. I'm like, "Oh, feels like it. It's like a honeymoon every day." Let's take a look here. So, Sonny, what does spirit have for you? What else? I laugh because the star card came out, which is the Aquarius card. So, here you are making yourself known, your presence here, which is great because you have the Page of Wands, which is a very powerful card that's coming in here. You know, the Ace of Wands is about stepping into your power, understanding that what you focus on grows. And you also have the Knight of Wands, which is the pursuit of your power and the pursuit of understanding whatever you focus on grows. And so you have both the page comes before the knight, and the knight is about movement, and it's fast movement that's coming in too. And then and then you actually do get the Ace of Wands. So all this fiery energy that's coming in, for you is great. It's a new passion, new energy that's coming in, and I feel like it's in your um it brings this abundance in your outside world. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which is about overflowing abundance, and so whatever this new idea, this new passion, this new um just venture that's coming up, whether it's something at work or something that you're wanting to try as a side business or side hustle, or whatever this may be, this new, is you're hearing in Dolby surround sound. That's funny. Um, it's successful, and so don't be afraid. Really tune into that Aquarian energy. That star is about doing things differently. The old ways of doing things don't work anymore. Star is wish fulfillment too card. It's like a wish card. So what is it that you're wanting to do? What is it that you have this drive and this passion that comes up? Or you might already have had that, and this is this, uh, thing to have happen. And I mean, all this fire, you have all the energy, all the ability to come in there. And, it's like success is guaranteed. So don't hold back. You are able to, um, do it. So don't hold back. Don't let anything hold you back. Yeah. Because you have the Nine of Swords here. These are like this is insomnia and nightmares, but it's like all these thoughts and all these beliefs and these expectations. This is what you're ready to let go of. You're almost to the point of exhaustion trying to live up to all these expectations out there in the world, right? And it's like you were ready to let it go. Because here's the King of Cups. The King of Cups sits in the rough seas, and but he's very calm because he balances the mind and the heart, which is very this is all air element, which would be air sign. And this is all about balancing emotions with the air as well. So it's like calm and cool and collective on the outside, but there's all this stuff in your mind that you're concerned about, and really look at those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets, because those are the things that are keeping you from making the leap. It's the fear of failing, or the fear of, well, if I do that, what if that doesn't work out, what if that, and I'm supposed to do this, I should do that, I must do that. Those are all the old, blah 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 from earlier in your life. But that Aquarian energy is saying those old thoughts, those old beliefs, they no longer serve you for where they want you to head off to. So, um, so that's what they're wanting you to know right now, Sunny. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me look down here. Boom, boom, boom. Don't think I missed anyone. All right. Teacup, I believe you are up next. Okay. Yep. So, and then Strawberry Rose, you'll be up next after that. So, is your marriage going to be more luxurious and with filled with a lot of fun? Two, you want to know about your future spouse, economic status, career, etc. All right. All right. Oh, I see. I see what you're wanting here. So you want to know, is your marriage going to be luxurious and costly and filled with lots of fun? So the actual marriage ceremony itself. And then you want to know about your future's spouse's economic status, career, and will they be handsome and loyal? Oh, all right. Well, let's take a look here and see. So first of all, let's just pull cards for the entire marriage. And what does Spirit want you to know about your spouse and your marriage? Let's see what they have come through here. Thank you guys all for following me. That first session, something happened to my sound there at the end, and I had to redo this. So thank you guys that followed and came back over on this side. And sorry for those that I lost their reading. Uh, they lost their place in line. Hopefully, everyone will forgive me. It was outside of my control, I think. All right. So let's take a look here. Well, you do have the 9 of Pentacles here. So, teacup, the 9 of Pentacles is about, fulfillment, feeling whole and complete. But there is this that they're in the garden by themselves, except with spirit here. And so there is this um, kind of nudge that all that stuff on the outside is going to feel empty if you don't find this inner journey of your inner worth here first, because the 9 is the hermit's journey, and it's about looking at your worth in relation to what you find inside. It's like you'll be able to be happy for no reason at all, and then no one can take it away from you. And then everything that is brought to you above and beyond on the outside, and then you won't feel heartbreak because these are all the expectations of the outside world, and it's expectations equal disappointment. And what they're telling you here is that not that you will be heartbroken, during the marriage, but it will be disappointing. It's like, when is enough enough? When is luxuriousness enough? When is handsome enough? What about the economic status? When is enough money enough? When is a much, all the outside things, is when is it enough? And so that's why they're pointing you back to the inside, and they're really understanding what it is you really want and what are you really searching after, because the moon card comes up here, which is all about diving deep within yourself to understand what's flowing underneath the surface. What are those things that are hidden in the unconscious and the subconscious that are driving your desires, because it's important for you, on this marital journey. So let's take a look here. What else they have here? Okay. Yeah. Because you have the Page of Wands, which is about standing in your power, and you have the Hierophant, which is about commitment and understanding. Like the for this is like understanding what you want from your commitment, in the marriage too, right? And it's like, again, it's all about your own power. They're just kind of referring you back to looking and getting this foundation within yourself, because it is going to create this strong foundation in the outside. And let me see what else you have here. Yeah, yeah. Because you have the Hanged Dragon, which is the Hanged Man in the regular, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. But it's like you go into this cocoon to really understand your past, understand what's going on, because you have the Page of Cups, which is about new emotion, new awareness around emotion. And you also have the Page of Swords, which is new thoughts and beliefs. And it's like you realize this power of, I get to decide what something means. I get to decide what I feel as I go through it. And I feel like in this cocoon, this waiting period that you're waiting for this, for the marriage to unfold, is a time for you to really reflect on all the beliefs and, you know, um, all these ideas that you have, because all this stuff, all these opinions, these popular opinions that were fed to you, and from people growing up and from movies and books and everything else, when we have this grand idea of what we want and we're very connected to it, that's where disappointment comes in, because that's not reality. That's a bunch of opinions, and life unfolds in very interesting ways, right? Because you have the Six of Pentacles was the last card that popped out here, which is my codependency awareness card, which tells us that we can go into this relationships with the ripple that we had from when we were younger, when we had to do so much to get attention and we had to do so much to feel loved and to compete for all the attention that, whether it was parents or grandparents or teachers or coaches, whatever it may be, we had to fight for this attention, and then it rolls over into our relationships where we feel we have to overdo things, and that doesn't fare well in codependent relationships, because if you're an overgiver, instead of being equal, you end up becoming parent child, where you are giving and you won't really receive back because you want to give. Or if you were put in the other position where you're not allowed to give and they only want to give to you, then people end up going outside of their relationships for being able to express and give to someone, or workaholics, or with a lot of their friends, or a hobby, all that energy, instead of giving it to you, they'll give it somewhere else because they feel like they can't. And so it's important for you to really look into this, because it'll save things, in your life, and your relationships. So that's what they have for you. I know it would be nice, it's like, just to say, "Oh, yeah, they're gonna be gorgeous, it's gonna be wonderful, it's gonna be," but it's like, that's not gonna satisfy you, it's not gonna be there, fulfilling, with that when you if you go that route. But, that's what they have for you, teacups. So many blessings for you. Alright, Strawberry Rose, you are up next. Well, thank you. I know, so close to 1,000. Yeah, when I get 1,000, subscribers, I'll be giving away 10 one-hour free readings. I'm excited. So, Strawberry Rose, you are moving to a new city and you're kind of nervous since this is a new thing for you. What can the universe or spirits advise for you? Okay, yeah, let's take a look here. I kind of feel like we want to go into this, the Cosmic Journey Oracle, and let's see what they have for you here. All right. Congratulations on the move. I know the first time, you move somewhere, it's kind of scary, especially if it's the first time you're moving not with family. When we moved so much when I was young, but the first time I moved to another state or city all by myself. Wow. So you asked what can spirit advise you, and you got the universe, the whole entire universe. It's a special group of cards on the end. So that's card number 1, Roman numeral 1, not the regular one. And it talks about the all, the oneness, source, divine destiny, evolutionary love, and laughter. And it says the universe is designed to evolve all life through love, light, and a lot of laughter. The universe is the source of all, the fullness of everything out of the seeming null of nothing. The universe is all knowing, but with an elevated view. Trust there is a perfect order within anything and everything you are experiencing from this limited aspect. The universe has a hilarious sense of humor to make sure you don't take life too seriously, because it's only life after all. And some questions that you can ask the universe is, what is my role to play in the greater story unfolding? The second question is, what is the great cosmic joke? Number 3, how can I connect more deeply with you, universe? Number 4, what can you share about this situation from a higher elevation? So, asking the universe, what can you tell me about this? And the last question is, how can I volunteer to be in alignment with the coming evolutionary shift? So I like it. I like the message that, they're saying that, trust me, everything has its perfect order, everything will unfold. Laugh a lot. We take life too seriously. And so they're kind of saying, why are you being so serious? Smile, laugh, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Everything's in perfect order. Life is not an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the track and explode. There's all these fated events and all these things that you came down here to experience on purpose for a purpose, and they want you to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Um, so the fear, what are you fearing? That's where the seriousness is coming in. And so when the nervousness means I have this feeling like um and that's our little child inside of us. We all have an inner child. When it feels unsafe or out of control, it starts to get whoop, it starts to go and have this alarm that starts to go off. And it's like, oh no, no, come here, little boo boo. So pick up your little inner child self and go, I got you, boo, I got you. And we're gonna be okay. The universe has wonderful plans for you. So in fact, I'll just pull a couple quick tarot here too. What else would you like Strawberry Rose to know, please? Okay. Yeah. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. Obviously, the new opportunity that's coming is meant to be. And you have the Five of Pentacles, which the Five of Pentacles is exactly what we just talked about, in that humans don't bring you your sustenance in the outside world. It's the universe, it's the creator, it's source that brings you what you need. So, we get nervous when we're depending on humans to bring us what we need in light, and definitely we have reason to be nervous if we're depending on fickle human beings who have emotions and things instability in their everything going on in their life. But when we connect to go, oh wait, you're the one that brings me everything I need. The humans are just sometimes the delivery company that brings it to us. So it's basically with that other card, and with that the universe is saying, I got you. I'll make sure you have everything you need, and I've planned a really hilarious adventure for you. So I like it. So that's what they have, Strawberry Rose. So enjoy the adventure. It's sure to be full of hilarity. All right. All right. So Sunny, Soni, you want to know, why are you trapped in Ved's energy, though you want to move on, or is he jealous with your friend Ravi? Okay, we'll take a look at that and see what Spirit has to say. And then Rex, you will be up next. All right, glad that made you feel better, Strawberry Rose. All right, so let's take a look here. I do want to go back to the runic tarot. Let me just take a quick sip here. All right, so what's keeping you connected to Ved? Wow, okay. The Ace of Pentacles here, this does have to be with like your worth and how you relate your worth to the outside world. You are going through this growth in here, and there's something about, the interactions that you had with Ved that you were defining yourself by, and it's holding you back. You've got three sevens. You've got the major arcana seven and two other sevens, which does show a block, because if you think of like a six as three on each side, there's this wonderful little channel in the middle and things are flowing very nicely, right? But a seven is something's plunked down right in the middle of your little path there on purpose. So this energy block is happening, uh, you know, on purpose, so that you can really connect to your power of choice. This is going to be about movement. So you are definitely going to be able to move on, and it's going to be victorious. It's going to feel in a very positive way. But the chariot is about emotional choice, and it's realizing that within each moment you are able to choose either emotions and stories that are of higher realm, like unconditional love, or of these fears of losing a conditional love. And that's where the energy from Ved is, that's where it's keeping you, is you have thoughts and beliefs and mindsets from before that when someone acts a certain way or something doesn't unfold a certain way, that this is what it means about me, and that's coming back to that Ace of Pentacles. So there is this um, change that happens with all of this, because the Seven of Pentacles is about, the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And I feel like with your situation with Ved, that when the fruit started to grow, it was like, this isn't what um, I feel like neither of you wanted. Um, and so it ended up being this, okay, let's just go into something else. And I just looked up and there's 7 people in the chat there too. I was like, "Oh, there's another 7." So there's this, been brought here to you for you to face, for you to see, and for you to go, "Okay, I am ready to go in a different direction. I've chosen that is not for me, and there's something in a different direction I want to do." I planted apple trees, and now that I see the apple growing on the tree, I'm like, that's not what I wanted. I want this instead. And so there is this change that you're making with it. And so I feel like with that connection of what did it mean when this didn't work out, it's like that story that you have attached to your interactions. It's like, I don't need that anymore. I realize now that that's not what it means, that I get to decide what anything means about me. I get to decide what I want to feel as I go through it. And sometimes it doesn't feel like we're making it a choice, but we do. But it's we're given all these popular opinions when we're growing up, and there we're told that when that happens, this is what it means, and we're like, are you sure? Yes. And it's not, it's an opinion. And they're said, when that happens, this is how you have to feel, and are you sure? Yes. And like, well, no, that's just an opinion. So it became our habit to feel a certain way and to think things mean a certain way, but you can change that habit, and that's the power that's coming in with this energy, and that's why it's holding you there, and why it's blocking you, and why it's so strong. I mean, all these sevens, you have this huge thing in the middle, like you can't go past this, stop, until you look at this, and then the flow will return because you'll be able to remove that. You did ask if they're jealous of a friend. Um, the 7 of Wands does show that people are down here feeling they're lower than you. And so some people will, if these are their energies where they're like poking at your dream, poking at your happiness, and saying, how dare you try to be happy, or you have friends, or you have this or that. Come back down here and be miserable like me. And just try to have compassion on them as they're going through it and their feelings toward you, because they do that because they do feel they're lower, and whatever happened made them feel even lower, or that they felt like you got moved up and you're happy. It makes them feel low, and that's why they're poking. And just have compassion, knowing it's because they feel like they're you know down in the dumps below you. um, but I think that's why you can't move on, because of that block, because you have these beliefs of, when that happened, this is what it means, and what happened, this is how I have to feel. And it's like, but you don't. You get to question why you believe that way, and you get to change it and move it, and you really realize through this your power of choice. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Sony. All right, Rex, you are up. And then Suparna Das, you will be up next there. So, Rex, what's coming for love interest or relationship for you? All right, let's take a look. I'm going to go to the Wild Unknown Tarot here. All right, so what's coming for you with love, interest, or relationship? What would Spirit like you to know? You are very welcome. And thank you guys so much, all of you that have given a thumbs up on the video. It helps out so much. Just helps spread the Zen love. So thank you for your part in helping spread the love there. All right. Well, I like this for you here. So, Rex, you do have love coming your way. You've got the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, headed your way. So, this is a very positive card. And you also have the Empress, which also represents new beginnings, birth, new things coming in, sensuality too. So, you do have this, wonderful future relationship coming your way. They do you have the 6 of Cups here, and the 6 of Cups, you know, it's a mixed bag on this one for you because usually for me, it either means someone from your past is coming back, and I don't feel like it's an ex, I feel it's like someone that you know already that is coming here, um, into your life in a newer type of relationship than you've had before. And then the other thing it usually means is also going back and looking at memories and nostalgia and transforming old emotions. And I kind of feel like both happen here because of this person coming in. It activates some old memories, some hurtful memories, some disappointments. But you really are learning the difference now that you're not who you were back before. Why do they tell you about a past person coming back? You're like, "No, I don't want them." Well, it's like someone from your past, it's almost like you knew them in high school or something, right? And you haven't seen any of them, in, like, years, and you bump into someone and you're like, "Why do they look familiar?" And then, you somehow end up starting a conversation, like, maybe you bump into them at work, and they're like, "Okay, okay. Oh, you were in my science class, or you were that's right, da, da, da," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's why you look familiar." And so it comes through, in that kind of a conversation there. But in the meantime, with that, and it wasn't them that you have these memories about, it's just whatever period of time or era they came from in your life, it makes you remember, like, if it's high school, you're like, "Oh, yeah, and oh, yeah, that guy, that those people used to treat me like this and da, da, da." But now that you're older and wiser and, more emotionally developed than we were when we were back then, you're able to look at it and go, "Oh, you know what? It's because they were going through such a hard thing in their life, and they didn't mean that. They didn't even know me, da, 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 da." It's like it helps, heal things, but then also you're like, hey, this little spark happens too. So I like that because you have the 7 of Wands here too, which again, I feel like there's this spark. The 7 of Wands can mean different things, but for you, I just feel like it's a spark. You just really feel bright and uplifted because of this kind of reunion. You don't happen to have a high school reunion coming up, huh? Oh no! But, but yeah, I feel like, but it's like no one you no one you dated, no one you had, romantic interest in. This is like just someone that comes back and you're like, "Oh," or someone from your neighborhood, something where you just come across their path, but I like it for you. So, let me see, anything about timing at all? Never hurts to ask. They're all, "Yeah, divine timing." Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, nothing about timing. They just have, in the meantime, get to know your inner strength and work on your heart here. Um, that's what they if I don't get a timing, it's usually while you're waiting, work on your own self-love because you cannot love others more than you love yourself, and you cannot receive love from others more than you love yourself. So the more bigger your self-love is, the more love that you can have flowing in between you and another person. So while you're in your holding pattern, work on that in there. So That's what they have for you, Rex. So many blessings to you. All right. And let me just make sure here. All right, there we are. So, Suparna Das, you are up, and then Empress Beauty, you will be up next. So, when are the problems in your life going to end? When we all go back to where we came from? Because I don't think that we're ever going to be without problems, right? But the problems right now in your life, we'll look into that. So, let's see what we have here. All right, what do you want Suparna to know about the current firestorm that's going on in your life, right? Well, okay. All right. Yeah. This is kind of how you feel right now, right? That you're like tied like a witch tied to a pole and they're about to set you on fire. You just feel this um like I said, it's like a firestorm going on around you where there's conflict. You feel like there's conflict that's going on. Well, spirit wants you to let you know that you are seen. The 6 of Wands is about recognition, in that, like, this is the spirit realm up here. All of your support team, your angels and your guardian angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, and just all the support that you have, the invisible posse, this huge support you have around you at all times. They see you, they recognize you, they know what you're going through. You don't have to um you know feel as if you're going at this all alone, that you have support and you are never ever ever alone. Even though you may not have people around you at times, you have more important, powerful beings that are around you, supporting you and giving you their love to you. And I feel like they're telling you it's time um, to move inward and try to go to this place of peace, even if you have to get out away from everything, and just go somewhere where it's quiet, so you can raise your energy and your vibration to that of a higher love of peace and laughter and joy. And then you can hear from them. They want you to go into this hermit mode for a little bit here. Let me see. Can't do two things at once. So you have the hermit card, you drawing inward, you connecting upward. And because the hermit usually has this lantern with this bright light in it, which is your higher self, it connects you to the higher realms, and it allows you to hear from them and be guided on them on your path. And they will help you maneuver out of your situation. It just, when you're surrounded by all that energy, by the storm, and you're doing flips around in it, it's hard to get your bearings. But if you go to the eye of the storm, get out of the storm, out of the, away from it, so you can take a deep breath and just be able to see it from this different perspective, it's going to change things for you, because you do have both the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is, again, this nine is that hermit's journey, and you're finding your wholeness within you, and and you find this solid connection to the outside world through that. You have this solidity around it, because the 10 of Pentacles is the next card after it, which is very successful, solid foundation of your outside world. um so, well, let's take a look here. If it's going to be an individual, those nines, it's like you're doing this on your own, which is important for you. Not on your own, because you have all of their support, but not with another human coming in. Let's see if someone comes in after this, though, for you. Yeah. So you have another 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So things do, if you do this inner search and this inner journey, this inner connection, step out, they'll guide you out of this storm that's going on. And then your fate changes. It changes for you. Again, all this 10 is, you have these two tens. And you also have the moon, which is about cycles and trusting that the cycles, there's new moons and full moons and new moons. But I feel like they want you to focus on this journey first because it's so important for you to get through with all the problems that are going on. It's about you finding the solid connection to the higher realm and all those invisible beings and your inner self. Then that's what moves things along in the outside world, which would be, um, could be individuals coming into your life, but they didn't have anyone pop in here because they want you to focus on that piece right now. So if you do that, I have no doubt when the Wheel of Fortune and all the fated events, with you finding that wholeness and that overflowing out of you, that 10 of Pentacles represents like all the fullness and wholeness of the outside world that you desire. But it's about you finding all of that inside first with the Nine of Pentacles and that Hermit card. So that's what they have for you right now, Saparna. So many blessings for you. All right, Empress Beauty, you are up next. And then after that, hey, Mini Chim, you'll be up after that. All right. And then we have the Empress. So I have Empress Beauty and then the Empress. So I know last time I think I said Empress and like me or that, which one? So this is for Empress Beauty, the general for Empress Beauty. And yeah, I'm getting pulled over here to the Return of Spirit deck. So let's take a look here. So Empress Beauty, what would you like? Okay. Oh, beautiful. You got the Violet Flame. See if I can get a little clearer there. And of course, whatever you see in that, I forget. These are the fractal imaging, but I call it the spiritual inkblot test. So whatever you see is a special message for you. And then that's your favorite color? Perfect. How do they know? How do they know? Because they know everything. Let's see what message comes in here. And it says, most of us experience a dark or difficult time at some point or another in our lives. And though it may feel like it will never end or never be better, the Violet Flame card is here to tell you that it will be. The only way to conquer the shadows in our life is to turn off all the lights and face the darkness head on. This is a process of purification. The violet flame shines its light, providing you with the way and means to see your way out of the inner darkness once the shadows have been conquered. The experience you're having right now, although painful and challenging, is providing you with the means and opportunity to clearly see what is and is not working in your life anymore. It can help you to see how you have been allowing yourself to be in the world and how you've been holding yourself back. It can help bring the clarity to recognize the people who help serve your highest good and those who do not. In the center of this fractal image, there is a bat in the middle there, if it'll focus. But there's a bat in there in the middle here somewhere. Yeah, it's like right there. See the little bat wings right there? That's the bat. I felt it was important to show you that for some reason. But in animal medicine, the bat is a symbol of change. He holds the light of the violet flame for you as a means of guiding you through this process of change. When you do make your way back, you will find that neither you nor your life is exactly the same as before. Change is an inevitable part of this process. It is nearly complete, sweet soul. Just know that once you have made your way through, you will be stronger, both within yourself and on your journey. You will have more clarity about your path and how you want to walk it. So, boom, that's what they have for you. I like it. So, that is what they have for you. So, many blessings to you. All right, let me see. I think I lost my place. Oh, there it is. I didn't highlight it enough. There we are. So that's what they have, Empress Beauty, for you this evening. All right. I am doing very well, Mini Chim, and you are up. And then the Empress is up next. So, how did Jack feel about the things you said to him today? Uh oh. Let's take a look here. We're going to use the Tarot of Dragons. Jack, oh, Jack. Okay. Well, so I feel this was you, the Queen of Wands here. Um, Someone who was, very much in their power. You're confident. I feel like he saw you as someone who was just bold and able to say what you want and, boom, 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 right? So there was this energy around you. And that's the way that he felt that the approach, so he's like, you know, she knows what she wants. She knows what she wants to say, and you were confident about it. You weren't hee hawn or anything. You're just like, listen, psh, 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 psh," right? Well, it's allowing him to start a new adventure. He's seeing the world in a different way. It's like the full card is the ending of old cycles and the new beginning in their life. So it's like they have this new new perspective of life, and like they like want to go a different direction, because the 7 of Pentacles is also that, where it's fruit starts to grow on a tree and they're like, well, it's not really what I want, and so it's this change of direction where they want to focus their energy on. So I feel like whatever you told him did spark something within. You took that, your Ace of Wands, and lit something on his butt, and he's like, "Oh, okay." So there's this change that's happening with that there, definitely with those other two cards. Let me see. Anything else? Can you give me clarity on what this change is? Maybe. Whoa, okay. Yeah. So it feels like it's emotional. It's like the 4 of Cups is like, these are the 3 cups that they had before, and these were not fulfilling, right? And there's this new love that's coming in, this new emotion that's rising from all of that. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure you obviously know what the conversation was about. Um, but I feel like it's this change of emotion. Like they are just heading off on another path. This full card, and you know what it is. I think I'm wanting to find out more for myself. They're like, "Why are you being nosy? Why are you being nosy?" Yeah, okay, because here's the 7 of Cups. So it's a lot of emotional confusion, but emotional choices being made too. So, um, but that's definitely what's coming in. He's making a change. He's heading in a different direction than he was before the conversation. It's really put a fire under him to make a change, and so that's what's going to be coming forward. So that's what they have for you. Hopefully that resonated. Many blessings for you. All right, the Empress, you are up next. Oh, yeah, so you broke things off with him. So, yeah, well, that makes sense then. So he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go move off in this new direction, and I'm gonna head off in this." So, um, but the emotional confusion, it's just like he's like, "Okay, what am I gonna do?" It's like he has all these emotional choices now that he needs to make. Yeah, that makes sense then why so, uh, I had a feeling that's what it was because I was like, "Yeah, he's headed off." He's like, and so you went forward and said, "Okay, this is it," and he sees you as this powerful person that's what you want and what you don't want, and, um, so that makes total sense now, thank you. Now I'll be able to sleep tonight. I wouldn't be anyway, but, that makes sense. Alright. The Empress. How does Aries feel about your date? All right. And then Sudeshma Ghosh, you will be up next after that. How did the Aries feel about your date? Okay. Interesting. So there's some that makes sense that Aries, because it sparked some stuff. There's this balancing out of things here. There's this the Temperance card is kind of like Sagittarian energy. It's this alchemy is this moving back and forth. The temperament. It's like this process by which they're purifying things. And so there's this emotion that was sparked. With the cups being here, and the Saturn energy is it really made them aware of these feelings they have from the past, these expectations around relationship, these because it's two major arcana too, which means it's significant for them. I feel like if you guys have gone on the date, I feel like it's both. It's like if you haven't gone on the date, this will happen after for them too. But like all the leading up to it has really been rattling their relationship thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about things. And especially with the two of cups here represents romance, right? But there's this alchemy, and I feel like this is the phoenix dragon, and it's just like he has felt like this in the past in relationships. There's things, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that made him feel restricted and felt trapped. But it's like you do it differently. You don't, it's this is the difference between his past love, and then what they feel about you. So you see how it's like night and day, right? How this looks like hell and this looks like paradise. And I feel like that's kind of like thrown them for a loop, just their interactions with you up to this point. And if you guys did go on your date already, because they're showing me that it's a wonderful experience for them, and they're like, they don't know how to process it, right? They're just kind of blown away by the experiences. It's like, like the phrase saying, "I've never had anything like this in my life," and in a good way, not like I've never had anything like this in my life. Yeah, yeah, because here's the Four of Cups again. Like this is what he had before in his life, and this is something new that's being offered, and that's how he feels. Um, how they feel. It's like, okay, there we go. Um, so I think that's a positive sign, the Empress. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. So Sudesha Ghosh, you are up next, and then Anne, hello. You'll be up next after that. So Sudeshma, does SK miss you? or is he happy with someone else? Ah, well, let's find out. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to move to this deck here. I have a red mohawk. Oh, it's yeah, this is a salt lamp. I get a red mohawk, huh? I wanted a mohawk once, but I could never have the patience to grow out my hair that long. All right. So let's take a look here. Yeah, all right. All right, so this is what they have. You have the eight of cups here, which is about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve them. So I feel like, um, they've left behind those emotions, because they also have the six of cups here is about memories and nostalgia. So, um, you know, it's like this mixed thing that's going on inside of them. They've left behind the emotions that no longer serve them. So they're not consumed with the emotions, but they think about you. But you've got the temperance and the patience card here, which is like they I feel like this fish here is like their emotions, and see how they're like sleeping and it's balanced and it's just and that's like what I was saying, like the emotions are impacting them. Like it's not consuming their life and every waking thought, but they think about you, but they don't miss enough to go back. They definitely are leaving behind emotions and moving into something else. I don't see someone else here. Is he happy with someone else? This is the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective and also about a holding period. Usually they're like hanging upside down from a tree. So with these two, I don't feel like he's rushed into anything else, but he's left behind the emotions um, and I don't feel like he's looking backward. But I don't feel like he's with someone else yet. I think he's just like poured himself into work and you know that type of stuff, but hasn't um, is not in a relationship yet with someone else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they've got the Lovers card here and the Seven of Pentacles, which is about a change of direction. So, yeah, they don't have they're not in a relationship yet, but they're not they don't have intentions of reconnecting. So you get to move and not invest energy in that hope and that you get to choose what you want to do. You don't have to, look for them to come back. You get to go forward as well. So I like that for you. I think your what you future holds for you is much more brighter uh, than it was, because people don't leave us. People are removed out of our life so that we can move in the direction that we are meant to go for our next stage of our life. So that's what I feel for you. So that's what your message is. Many blessings to you. And guys, thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It really helps my channel grow and helps get the love, the Zen love out into the world as well. So thank you guys all that have liked the video. You've done your part to help spread the love. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. And you want to know who is coming into your life. All right. Oh, thank you, Mini Chim. And then Shalina Sharma, you will be next. So, Anne, let's take a look here. Who is coming into your life? Oh, all right. So, Anne, I feel like this is what has recently happened, right? You have the Tower card, which, is about, you know, someone being moved out of your life to make space for someone new coming in. And you have the Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak card, the disappointment card. So, I send lots of love to you. I know we all in this chat room have been through this probably at least once, if not dozens, right? We feel like that. And so, just know that this happened, like what I just said with the tower is people are removed out of our life on purpose for a purpose, and they are removed because they've done what they've needed to do, and opens up space for the new to come in. And then you have the King of Cups. That is what this card is, even though they have queens. Or I think all of the cards are females in this one, but this is the King of Cups, which is, of course, a balanced individual who not only has emotions, but they balance it with a keen mind. And so they're not overly emotional and they're not overly in their head. They have this wonderful combination of the two. So, it is someone, that is much more in alignment for your life than before. So I do like that for you. And it's someone that stands up, like they can be in rocky situations, like stressful situations, and they're very calm, cool, and collective. And solutions. They don't go into fight or flight mode and freak out and act like a jerk. They see the situation and they respond instead of react. So they're very mature in their emotions. They're emotionally mature and also intelligent. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you right now. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of timing because I still want you to kind of process some of that heartache and that disappointment and understanding, what expectations were there that where you were let down, and which of those you don't that don't matter as much as they used to, right? Releasing, the expectation regarding that. But that's what they have for you. They didn't want to give any more about who it is. They kind of think that's enough of a hint for you. I don't feel, or do I? Hold on. I was going to say I don't feel like it's someone you know, but well, it's someone. Um, I feel like it's someone that last person knew. I'm like, uh-oh. So I feel like you know of them. I don't feel like you really got to hang around with them, but I think you like have met them through one of your, that the person that was just removed out of your life. Um, so I feel like you might know who it is. I don't know if you'll recognize them though with my description because you didn't get to know him that well. It was just like you met him like, "Hey, this is my friend," da, 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 like, "Oh, hey." But I think you'll be like, you'll come across them. So if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you, Anne. So many blessings for you. All right. All right. Shalina, thank you for being a new subscriber. And it's amazing. I have a large following in India, and I love it. I When I worked in in my job. I did IT work for like five years, and I met so many wonderful people that worked in IT from India that were over here in the United States, and also uh, I worked for a nonprofit company that had a lot of outreaches in India too. I just love your spirit, your culture, your spirituality. I love your country. So I'm glad you are here. So let's get back to the reading. So Shalina, on November 9th, there will be a meeting with your boss. All right. Regarding your current salary, could you please tell Edgar how's it good and what he thinks about it? Okay, yeah, let's take a look here and see what they have here. And then Suparna, you will be up next with the person coming into your life in November. I think you said in November. Oh, is any person coming into your life? I don't know why I thought November, but uh-oh. Okay, so let's take a look here. Shalina, let's see what your boss. What is his opinion? And the increment. All right. Whoa. All right. So when I asked about the increment, you got the pentacles, and pentacles is the coin, the outside world, and it is the balancing of things too. So that's not a bad thing. I almost feel like when I got that um either when you got hired with like a contingency that if you meet a certain thing, then we'll bump you up to this level and blah blah blah, or that they've had some salary changes, or they've looked over people doing the same job and they're like, you know what, you're down below, and they're balancing it out and getting you to where you're supposed to be. So I feel like that's what is going on with that. Um, I really like these 2 cards together because the 3 of swords is like disappointment. It is, expectations equal disappointment. But I love that you also had the Knight of Swords along with this, because the Knight of Swords is about seeing things from bigger picture, from a higher point of view. And, it's a pursuit. All knights have a quest. And so you're looking for higher knowledge, higher ways of looking at things. And I almost feel like their like you're talking about their opinion of like what do they think about you. I feel like they are wanting you to have more training, more education, and not like in like, well, you need more training because you're not doing well. They're like, you know what? In order to get you even bigger bump up and things like that, I want to put you through this training so you can get this certification or whatever it is, so that you can move into, so you can qualify for this next grade level or something, if that makes sense. Because you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about abundance and things coming in. So I really like this, but I feel like there's like this, we're going to bump up this, but then I want you to go this. And then after that, we'll bump you up to this kind of a scenario, if that makes sense. And you have the Chariot, which is all about movement and victory and success. So I really feel this is very positive for you with that. But I feel like that uh, the expectation of, when I saw these, I was like, "Uh-oh," and then I saw that, and then that's when they told me, "This is the only thing that you will, probably focus in on," because I feel like you hold the bar very high for yourself, and so when they mention, "I wanna give you this," you'll be like, "Oh, you don't think I'm this awesome superstar?" And they like what you're doing, they're bumping you up in that, but they want to be able to, put you in this, different kind of level and grade. They're just showing me that there's all this criteria that's required in order for you to be at this certain thing, and I feel like you might have thought that you had enough, but they are like, well, no, you just need this much more, and you're like, oh. And so that's where that little disappointment comes in, because you thought you had enough where they would be able to do it, but they require you to take a little bit more, do this little other thing to bump up to that next step. And it's like, oh, okay. So I feel like you'll get enough of a taste and enough of stuff, but then um, after you complete that additional training or whatever that is the course, or whatever this additional educational type of knowledge is, then you're able to get bumped up, and very well. I mean, like Queen of Pentacles, woohoo, type of thing. So that's what I feel for you, Shalina. So many blessings for you. It just take a little bit extra time to get, I think, that big bump that you were looking for. All right. So Suparna, and then Sudeshna. Okay. Oh, that's why I saw November. So Sudeshna, you had asked about November. Okay. So Suparna, is any person coming into your life? Let's take a look here and see what they have to say. I would say yes. You got the Two of Cups, which is the relationship card. So you do have new love that will be coming into your life. And you have the Eight of Pentacles too, which is about moving up in the outside world. So definitely. And you also have the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of fast, furious energy. So I feel like this is coming. So when I said in November, I feel like it is going to be in November that you are going to meet someone this month. And it comes in fast and furious, but you are ready for it. So you do have someone that will be coming into your life this month. So I like it a lot. So short and sweet. I like it. So that's what they have for you, Suparna. So many blessings. All right. Sudeshma, you are up. Whoop, scroll too fast. All right. And then let's take a look here. All right. All right. And it seems like it's going to go further down. So I'll just do the reading and then I'll continue to read down further. So, Sudeshma, what's coming in love for you in November? So let's take a look here. All right. Wow, I got a lot of pentacles here. So the first card that came out is the Three of Pentacles, which the Three of Pentacles is telling you from Spirit. They're like, be your authentic self. Don't change yourself to be who you think someone else is wanting you to be or supposed to be or should be or whatever. They're like, don't worry about the naysayers and or the people who are supporting you and that they're going to, they're like, be you, be the authentic you, and don't change because the world needs you to be you. You also have the Eight of Pentacles, which just came out and it popped out again, um, is about you moving up in the outside world. So I feel like there is this change coming because you also you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is about new birth, new things coming in, feeling abundance, and kind of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture too. So there is a little note that as you're uh, getting ready for this love to come in, I do feel love is coming in for you in November. But that it's important for you to nurture yourself and to take care of you and again stay true to you because things are going to open up in the outside world for you. Because you have the Hierophant, which is about commitment and change and commitment. So I feel like there is something coming that way. And you also had the Knight of Cups, which is all about movement in emotion. So I feel like this is a yes that's coming in here for you. And they told me to pull from the bottom of the deck, and you have the Page of Pentacles as new opportunities opening up. So yeah, all of those cards are telling me that you do have love coming in for you in November. But the big thing is to stay you, stay true to you, and nurture yourself while you're waiting for love to come in. And then, especially after love comes in, make sure you take time for you and stay true to you. Don't change to be who you think you think that they think you should be. Be you, because that's what they're going to fall for, is you being you, not you trying to be someone else. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings, Sudeshma. Sudeshna, not Ma. All right. So let me just read down here real quick here. My red mohawk. Okay. All right, teacup. Hopefully you rewound and found that for you. Thank you so much, Intuitive, for manning the chat. I just appreciate you so much. Okay. All right. And then Sugar Cube, it doesn't look like you asked a question yet. If you're still here, you can definitely ask a question. So if you want to pop it in there, we'll pull cards for that. And while we're waiting, Vani Mohan, you have a question there. So we will pull cards for that. And so, what is your soul purpose? All right. Let's take a look here. I feel like I do want to go to the Return of Spirit deck here. Let's see what they have to say. All right. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at this. So you got right. WRITE. So, and of course, these are fractal images. I forget to say this is a spiritual inkblot test. What you see in here is a special message for you. And then I will also read from the book. So for Ivani, there we go. So there's an expression in English about words being printed in black and white. By drawing this card, Spirit is affirming to you that you need to get your words written down on paper. Is there something that you have thought about writing? Could be poetry, a children's book, a song, a letter, a website, a channeled message, a book, or even a speech. Whatever it may be, the energy of putting your thoughts, your ideas, and information into a tangible form of manifestation is here. Do not put it off any longer. If you're having doubts, that's fine. Just acknowledge them and take action anyway. It's important you do, as this is going to lead to something more. Your creative force and expression is powerful, probably more powerful than you are aware of. Whatever you have to say, share, and bring forward to others can be very influential and appreciated. Trust yourself and the words that come to you. Be mindful not to judge whether your writing seems good enough. You just need to allow yourself to start. If you've already begun the writing process, then it's important for you to receive this encouragement from your guides and angels as you continue toward completion. You can do this. Your words are needed. You are doing great. Trust what is coming through you. Trust that you were made to do this. Just keep going. Not everyone is born with the gift or purpose to write, but you were. Sole purpose to write. Hello. Now is your time to shine in doing this. The right card can also indicate a need to begin journaling. This could be in the form of a diary. However, it could also be that you need to start recording the ideas, the thoughts, and teachings that you are receiving. There's pertinent information in your written words. So, your life, and so if you have always thought that you wanted to be an author, um, that you want to put this something in writing, like it mentioned, this is your sole purpose. You have the experiences that you've had in your life and the knowledge that you have. It's like I was reading a meme. In fact, let me pull it up really quick here because it's so perfect for you here. Um, I even saved it to my phone so that I would be able to find it here. Yeah, I think it's in here. Um, or maybe I didn't. Oh no, here it is. It says, "One day you will tell your story of how you've overcome what you're going through now, and it will become part of someone else's survival guide." And that's what I feel for you is that, whatever you have to share, that's so important because it's uh, all the experiences that you have not only survived, but you've thrived through, really helps be like a survival guide for the future for them. So I really feel that's what your sole purpose is to share your story, to share something in written form. So I love that for you. So that's what they have for you, Bonnie. So many blessings. All right. And Shalene, I think I kind of covered that with you asked if he's happy with your work. That he is. It's just in order to get you bumped up and where you wanting to go, they just need to have um, some more knowledge or training or education or something around that. All right. Hey, Catherine. Hello, hello. All right, Sherry Lee. Guess you are up. Why is your life in an uproar? Oh no. And then Catherine, you will be up next. So let's take a look here. Oh, very good. All right. So Sherry Lee, why is your life in an uproar? I want to use the wild unknown here. Let me just take a quick sip. All right. What is going on? What is this uproar about? All right. Yeah, I see. I see that things are a bit fun for you right now, Sherry Lee. So you have the Seven of Cups, which is about emotions, right? And it's usually confusion around emotions. You have so much going on, and what is happening here? So these are all the emotions that you're feeling right now, or have been, and this cup here that's being put in the middle of it has been on purpose, for a purpose, to have this obstacle for you to face as you are going through your life, because they want to pour all of these out so that you can fill up with the sun, with this beautiful unconditional love from above. These other ones are the emotions that and the things of the outside world that aren't fulfilling for you, and it's time to rattle your cages, what they're saying, because you this is also you. This is, you had emotions that were all over the place with that 7. The 9 of swords, this is the nightmare or insomnia card. All these expectations that you've been trying to live up to, the supposed to and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the must. all this fear of losing conditional love was just escalating and escalating, and it's time to look at that. And you do have the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords. She is giving you this Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to the capital truths of the higher realm, that which is rooted in unconditional love. And so you get these higher truths, but it also allows you to cut away these small t truths, all these beliefs and thoughts that, yeah, that you've been, trying to live up to, and they're just popular opinions that were given, like all human children were poured all these popular opinion of how you're supposed to feel and how you're supposed to think and what story you put to things. And it's just the time of your life where it's like you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. You're tired of doing what you always did and getting what you always got. And so this is this change. This is the point in your life that you wanted to have this block happen so that you would stop keeping on going down that road, and so that you would turn in a different direction, because you have the five of wands, which is conflict energy that moves from fear to love, and you have the ace of wands that comes in. So you're given, the ace of swords from the queen here, but you're given the ace of wands to help transform this energy. And because of it, with what you're going through, you're really going to have a lot of spark and a new inspiration in your life, because you reach the three of wands, which like you enter this portal. But the three of wands is like you were headed a direction and now you're ready to move into a different direction because of all this experience and this stuff. You It's like, I say that most people in our life have a coming out experience. It doesn't necessarily need to be about, sexual identity. It's about when we get to this place that um, the ugliness of not being our true selves, when it outweighs the fear of being rejected for, getting rid of all this supposed tos and shoulds, when it outweighs it, then that's when we take action in our lives. But when we still have enough fear of being rejected for not fitting into all those expectations that been plugged into us all our lives, we don't make change. We don't make, um, you know, um, we don't make the change. We just stay in fear. So yeah, exactly as you're saying, it's a transfer to the better. It's this movement. So it's like your cage is being rattled, in order for you to see that you don't have to stay in the cage and that you can be free, and you're just tired of being in there. You're like, I'm ready for something new to come in. So that is what they have for you, Sherry Lee. So yeah, I think that's, as long as you're like, okay, as long as it's taken me in a good place, then now I know why the uproar is happening. It's like when you feel like all this energy that we're feeling from this full moon and the lunar eclipse and the last solar eclipse over the last couple weeks. We had all this intense energy too. It's really helping shake things up and have us move. But when you realize, oh, it's the full moon, that's why I'm all hairy and I'm howling. It's because the full moon is out. And so it helps you with that as well. So I like it. So many blessings to you there, Sherry Lee. Absolutely. All right. So, Catherine, you are up next. Guidance on your situation with your mom. Oh, it can't just be you. It's draining. Okay. Let's take a look here. I'm going to switch up here to this tarot here. All right. So, guidance with your mom. Yeah, I do feel like there's new opportunities that are coming up for you in relation, the situation with your mom. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities in the outside world, but you also have the Eight of Cups. I'm sorry, the Eight of Pentacles, which is about things moving up in the outside world. So I feel like there's something that's going to be moving up here, and it has to do with your commitment. Five, the Hierophant is like about commitments and legal stuff and signing contracts and things. So I feel like there is this commitment change, this contract change, or something that's being signed that changes things for you in the outside world. Because you also have the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is about trusting your intuition, your gut, and she's double emotions, she's double water, which is like the High Priestess, so it's important for you to kind of take time away, right? Yeah, well, there you go. Here's the emotional piece. I feel like, you know, I don't know if you have a lot of water in your chart or a water moon, or if you have a lot of water signs. I just feel like you feel things deeply, anyway, like Cancer signs do, where they're just like, um, you're just, it's how you're set up. You cannot not feel emotions very deeply, and so when you get around, like you're saying, your mom's narcissistic behavior, it drives you crazy emotionally in life. Yeah, well, that makes sense because it's like, yeah, you have this like, whoa, 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 that it just feels overwhelming for you there. Um, but I feel like there's this opportunity that's changing in the outside world that just changes the commitment that you have. Um, and I don't know if that's like you're having your mom committed, right? I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, we can always take a look at that at your chart too. But let me see what else they have here. Yeah, yeah, because you have the Six of Cups here. So the Six of Cups, it's like someone. I feel like someone from your past is coming into your life. Someone, and it could be family, like someone that hasn't been around in a while. I feel is coming back into your life, and not necessarily family, but for some reason I feel like it's family. Um, but you have the Knight of Pentacles too, which is movement in the outside world. It takes a little bit of time for the outside to catch up with what's happening on the inside. But there is this movement, the Knight of Pentacles, all knights are in a quest, and the Knight of Pentacles is in quest for this Ace of Pentacles. And so there's also this movement up in how you relate yourself to the outside world, how you relate your worth to the outside world. And, there's this wonderful adventure we have where everyone in our life is a mirror for us. I know. And so, like your mom is a mirror for you in that, however you feel when you are around her helps you see things about yourself. Like with my mom, I used to have this feeling inside of me whenever she would talk to me about her health, how she was going through something. I'd be like, why does she act like such a victim about her stuff? I can't believe that why does she look at that way? Doesn't she know how that makes me feel when she does that? And I'm like, oh, who's the victim now? I was like, oh, wow, what a big eye opener for me when I learned about the mirroring. And I was like, okay, so, and then what am I learning about myself by what I'm seeing in someone else? Like you get to, uh, is like, how are your thoughts about yourself narcissistic in a way? It's not that you are a narcissist, but it's like, how are my thoughts reflected that? Like sometimes I'll post on my social media and stuff like, angry people make me so angry. Judgmental people make me so judgmental. And it's like, oh, it's because I'm seeing what I want to see about myself in somewhere. And so it helps. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like it's and you don't have to be around them all the time, right? It's just a matter of understanding that what you are feeling is inside you. It's not out there, and that no one can make you feel anything. We're just taught habitually, probably from your mom, you know, uh, how when this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. When that happens, this is what it means. And so, because you grew up in that atmosphere, that's why you have that, built in. And then you can start to question, I want to change my habit, that when they do these things, that I don't have to it doesn't have to impact me at all. They are just doing actions, but I'm the one that gets to choose what story I put around what they're doing, and I'm the one that gets to choose how I feel what they're going through. And so you get to really look at it and go, "Oh yeah, do I have to react? Do I have to have anything? Or she's just gonna do whatever she's gonna say?" And if she, starts yelling and I'm going, "Okay." Something that really helped me is, I don't know if you ever heard of Byron Katie. She has, a website called thework.com, just no space, TheWork.com. Wonderful lady, 'cause, um, her first husband, while she was learning this process, yeah, so it's like they, her husband would go, "Katie, um, what are you thinking?" And she was like, at first I thought he shouldn't be yelling at me. And then I realized, like, well, he is supposed to be yelling at me because he wouldn't be if he wasn't supposed to. And so she has this really wonderful way of mirroring and looking at things. So if you want to check it out, it's free, and it's called a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, which is amazing. But she has wonderful videos on YouTube, which, have people like they're crying and um, with their situation, and within minutes they're laughing on stage because they're seeing the mirror, and that's this truths that set them free. So I really felt like, if you feel it resonates, check it out, because it really helped me with that victim thing. That's where I learned that it's like, how is it more true that when my mom acts that way, um, I am a victim, instead of like when my mom acts that way, she's a victim. It's like, no, I'm a victim. But it was so freeing. It's wonderful, wonderful information. Perfect. So that's what they have for you, Catherine. So best of luck. I love it for you, because I feel like there's freedom coming for you very soon. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, I think Sugar Cube left. So, all right. Hey, Coco. I know. Well, yeah, I lost sound on one of the other video. That's what Intuitive was talking about. Like it went out. So, but I'm getting close to ending here in a moment. But let me take a look here. Okay, thanks. It's my favorite color. I'm gonna buy more shirts. Let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look here, Coco, at that. Okay. And Courtney, yeah, you can definitely ask a question there. All right, so Coco, let's take a look here, see if it's your son is involved with that, with your situation. What would you like him to? It's interesting. You have the Knight of Wands, which is, of course, about movement, movement, movement of energy. The Two of Cups is here. I wonder if it has to do with, uh, do they have a girlfriend too? I kind of feel like that's has to do with this relationship that they're in too. But it feels like there's going to be this new adventure coming in because it's an ending of an old cycle and new beginnings coming in. And you have the Ace of Cups too. So I feel like whatever this going on here, it's this movement of energy. It's, and we come back to that knight. Uh, what do knights quest after? The Ace of Wands. What's the Ace of Wands? Where we focus our energy, right? It always comes back to that for you. It's like whatever your big focus is what expands and grows in your life there. But with all this Ace of Cups and this Two of Cups, it feels relationship oriented. Let me just put one more card here. Okay, or two. Yeah, there's going to be change in your outside world. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So things are changing in your outside world. And the Five of Wands is the movement from fear energy into love energy. And again, it kind of goes back to that everything unfolds, anything that's happening in your world is happening for you. And I feel like things will continue, you know, um, will, keep coming back in to uh, bring the message about where energy is focused is what grows, right? So I kind of feel like that's kind of what's coming in there. So, yeah. But I feel like that's the overall message is, we're trying to find out who it is and what's doing it and all that. And it's like the spirit keeps on bringing it back to that Ace of Wands. Whatever you focus on is what grows. And it's like, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. It's like gratitude. What are you thankful for in your life? What do you want to have happen in your life? And the stuff that comes in that's been growing and growing and growing, it's like, try to resist and find out something to be grateful for in it, right? Like they're helping me clear away things like we talked about, right? All right. So that's what they have for you right now, Coco. I know it's not exactly what you're looking for, but I feel like this is their message for you. All right. So let's take a look here. So it was Courtney. All right. So, Courtney, you said, if Marquita misses you, why won't she come see you? Okay, let's take a look here. Actually, I want to switch cards here. I do want to go to the dragons. You are very welcome, Catherine. Yay. All right. What is up with Marquita? Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, you got the Six of Cups, which is the memory and nostalgia card. And I feel like that she's really consumed in looking at that because there is the Two of Cups, which is about relationship, and there is the Queen of Swords, which is about balancing heart and mind. And I feel like she's really mulling things over and balancing out her heart and her mind and looking at what she wants in a relationship and what, the past, and she's just kind of mulling it all together. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, which is kind of the message. It takes time for things to get out of the heart and into the physical world because we change from the inside out. And so this is like the seasons and trusting timing, and things are taking their good old time. But I feel like she's really mulling things over. Um, let me see what else came out here. And there is Eight of Pentacles, which is about things changing in the outside world and moving up. And I kind of feel like she's also had some changes in her outside world that have delayed her. But there's the Seven of Pentacles too, which kind of is what I think she's mulling over. Because the Seven of Pentacles is again another patience card. I know that's all you needed, right? But it's like this, um, what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. So it takes time for the seedling, and then the trunk grows, and then the branches, and then leaves, and then the blossoms, and then the fruit. And so it takes time for things to come to fruition. And then with that King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, it's that. But there's also when you start to, while you're waiting for everything to unfold and all of that, you do have all those thoughts that go through your head, right? Of, is this what I want? Do I really want apples? I don't know. Would I want avocados too? I'm not sure, but is this what I want? Is it worth all the work that I'm putting into it? Is it what I want? And I think that's the mulling over when comparing to what she wants in a relationship, to memories, to timing, and all the stuff that's happened in her outside world. I just feel like she's just really consumed with all of that. Um, Let me see here. Any any preview of, is this in okay. Let me finish. I was gonna say, is this in Courtney's highest experience? Yeah, because you've got new birth. I feel like with the Eight of Wands, this is passion, this is energy coming in, new birth, and then you also have the Strength card, which does have to do with you really getting to know your inner self during this waiting period as well. So it's understanding, is it what you want? Are you wanting this? Is this really satisfying for you? Do you want, it's moving inward and upward in your heart as well. But I feel like whatever's going to happen is going to happen soon. This new birth is either that you find a new passion and you're like, waiting's over, don't worry, don't need to come, or this is her, coming, and this is that, a restart, a new birth, into the relationship. So um, that's what I feel is going on with them. So that's what they have for you right now. Hopefully that helped, Courtney. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Good morning, Dr. S. You are very welcome. So I'm actually going to, Dr. S, if you have a question, I will let you be the last one for this evening. Or Intuitive, did you ask me for a general reading like three hours ago? If Intuitive, are you still here, or did you go? Did you leave? Did you go night night? Oh, time for you to sleep. Okay, so she did leave already. All right. So thank you guys so much, who have given a big thumbs up on the video. It does help spread the Zen love, and so thanks for being a part of that and helping spread the love there. All right, Dr. S. So, will you have a stable relationship with your partner? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have to say. What would you like Dr. S to know? All right. All right. Yeah, I do see here. You have the Six of Wands. So you have three fire cards, which is great. That's passion. That's, you know, good energy to have in a relationship, right? Unless you have conflicting cards. Ace of Wands is great. It's spark, it's passion. I like that. And then you have the Knight of Wands, which is movement, very fast movement. That's going on in your relationship. Another good solid card to have. And you have the Six of Wands, which is about movement. uh think of like a well, actually I had those reversed with that. They're all there. The six of wands is like three on either side. There's this beautiful flow of energy. There's not a block in the middle with like a three, a five, or a seven, or a nine card, right? So there's this free flowing, passionate energy in there, which I like. And I kind of feel like you guys are actually taking it to a new level here, because the full card is an ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. So I feel like you guys are having this spark that's happening, almost like a renewal within your relationship. Sometimes how it just like things go to another level, or you feel like you're falling all in love all over again. I feel like that's the stability that's coming in here. And maybe take um date nights. It's like go back to making sure that they remember how much you love and why you fell in love, and make sure to, out of the busyness of everything, that I'm going to, focus in on them. So, okay. So you had separation for a long time. So okay, that makes sense for a new journey, a new spark then. You do have the High Priestess card here too, which is about kind of, and that makes sense with separation, is the taking a time away. Like the High Priestess goes into her temple to look behind the veil, to connect to the high realms, to dive deep into their emotions, to understand, to find the hidden, to understand themselves. So I feel like that's part of this separation, was for you to be able to have that time to really reflect. But I like this. Um, it feels like this reuniting, this almost like, uh, a reboot of the relationship. So, with all this ace, with all that fire, I feel like it might be happening very soon, because fire is all, movement, movement. Especially the Knight of Wands is about movement, movement, movement. So, I feel like there is. I mean, let me double check here. Let me just verify that it's a reunion and not a new love, because all of that, looking at it, can also be that there. King of Pentacles is coming in, which is about taking time. Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords. Well, now you have, I mean, you got the King of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles. So I feel like there's this, and the Queen of Swords. There's this balancing. I mean, you've got the earth and you've got the fire, and then you've got she's both air and water. So you've got all the elements that are there in your life. About your life is this fullness. But you have the Seven of Swords, which is about understanding your thoughts and your beliefs that are stealing the relationship from you. And I feel like, especially with that High Priestess, it's so important for you to be looking at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, the expectations that you had, in your life, because it's like that's what's, you know stealing your bone. and that's what, has removed that, out of your life there. Let me just is there gonna be a reunion? Is there gonna be a reconciliation? Well, you have a new opportunity coming in. So, I'm like, is that the new opportunity with the old or with the new? Okay. So you got the 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles is about, patience, but, also it is about, like, you realize something after it's growing isn't really what you want anymore. So with that set those 2 sevens, I feel like you're in this place of, you know, are you wanting it because it's what you had, or are you really sure that that you want a reunion? Because the 7 of Pentacles is like once the fruit starts to grow, you're like, "Oh, it's an apple tree. Did I really want apples still, or do I want to head off in a different path?" And I feel like with both of those sevens coming in now, it's like, here's this obstacle for you to look at and to understand, is it what you're wanting? Is it what you're really, really wanting? Because there's an opportunity coming up for you. And especially with that 7 of Pentacles, I feel like you're ready to go off in a new direction. Um, all that royalty, it's almost like if you haven't talked to them in a while, I would just have a heart to heart and say, is this a possibility? If that's what you want. If you look at yourself, again, that high priestess is going in looking at your stuff. If you're like, no, I'm going to, if they don't, if it's not what you want, then definitely you know what to do. But if it's something you want, then talk to them and see if it's something they want. If they don't want it, then it's like it's time for you to then go off in a new direction and plant a new tree. Is what I'm feeling there for you. So there you go. That's what they have for you tonight. So many blessings for you. All right. Hey, Sharmila. Hey, J Star. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Dr. V. Got a couple docs in the house. All right. And Dr. V, angel guidance for career. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. And then I have been reading for about 3 hours. So actually, I'm going to have Dr. V is going to be my last one for this evening. I will be back tomorrow night, of course, every night at 7 p.m. Mountain, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 11 a.m. I also have a ton of free recorded videos that are on my playlist. So if you go to my main page, there's all the playlists there, and I have some playlists listed in the um, description of this video as well. All right. Wow. All right. Let's take a look here. So, Dr. V, some guidance on career. All right. Well, I like this for you because you do have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about things changing in your outside world. You're moving up in the outside world. You have the Three of Pentacles, which is telling you to stay true to your authentic path, what you want to do. Try not to be swayed off of your authentic path by people who are supporting you that you're afraid you'll let down, or people that are the complainers and the naysayers that you're afraid that they're just going to badmouth you and all that. They're like, try not to listen to anyone and move forward on your authentic path, what you're wanting to do. It is going to take time for your outside world to catch up with what's going on the inside of you, but you do have success that comes your way if you stay true to your authentic self. I really feel that. You do have the Four of Swords here, which is about peace of mind, not like given a piece of your mind, but peacefulness in your mind. And they usually have three of the swords are expectations from the past. And the Ace of Swords, the fourth sword, is what you cut away those old thoughts, those old beliefs, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, etc. So I feel like you're going through this period of cutting away these old thoughts and these old beliefs because you do have the Ace of Wands, which is new spark, new desire, new passion. It's like you have this new energy that's coming into your life for, I feel like you're moving away from trying to live someone else's dream that they gave you to live your dream. And I feel like this is the time to do it. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, harvest, abundance. And so it's like when you really nurture yourself and make decisions for you, it does end up being successful for you. Now, you do have the Seven of Cups. This is the only card out of all of these that has to do with um, it's like emotional confusion, emotional fog. It's just like it's almost like you have so many emotions that are flying all over the place. It's important for you to just breathe and get back and just take a step back and go, what is it that you really want in your heart? Because I feel like you're kind of torn in between doing what this person wants you to do, doing what this person wants you to do, doing what this person wants you to do. It's almost like that kind of feeling like your emotions are just pulled in all these different directions. So I really feel like they're saying be true to your authentic self, your path, what you're wanting to do, where you're wanting to head, and just, everyone else can just deal with their own life. It's your life to live, not theirs. So I feel like, with the career, that's what they're saying. Follow your heart, live your passion. Uh, because yeah, maybe it doesn't, maybe it's not enough money, maybe it's not the same, but that's what it's going to be. You can either be paid a lot of money and wake up going, oh god, I got to go live my dream today, or wake up excited that you're not existing, you're actually living your dream. So that's what they have for you, Dr. V. So many blessings for you. All right. um Yeah, I'll try to get you two guys in here. I did say Dr. V was gonna be my last one. But, let me, let me, since we did get daylight savings time here, I have an extra hour that was given to me back today, right? So we'll looky here. So, Harkarat Kaur, you wanted just general guidance on your reading? Okay. You are very welcome, Dr. V. So, general reading. What would spirit like you to know? Okay. All right. We do have the Six of Cups coming in here, which is like someone from your past is actually coming into your life, coming back into your life. And the Knight of Cups is about emotional movement. So I feel like it does lead to romance. It does, move emotions. It does bring it back. The only thing that I would warn you about with this person coming in is just be aware of your differing expectations, your differing viewpoints and opinions, because it could turn into conflict, you know, like, no, this is who you should be. No, this is what we should do. Da 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 da. Really be more open-minded. Have a change of your mindset and be open with like opinions about things. Does it really matter? Is it going to matter in 80 years whether, I try to prove that this opinion of mine is more right than your opinion? It's like just avoid the conflict with it coming up. I feel like there was conflict before in the past, and like there might have been. I don't think it was like a parting of ways of that, but it was something that used to happen. But that used to stand in way between it becoming, like uh, a good bond between you because you're we're so stubborn with your opinions back when you were that age, whatever whenever it was, that you know you thought it mattered so much, and now not so much, and just to be open with that. So that's what they have for you. So I like that for you. So be on the lookout for people from the past that are resurfacing. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, Grace. Will Paul get back together with you? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you there. I'm not sure you want to get back together with him. Because you have the Queen of Swords, which I feel this is you. I feel like you are really looking over, or Spirit is saying, really look over, this Ace of Swords is about um, what are you like it's expectations, right? The Ace of Swords is you get to see things from a higher perspective and it allows you to cut away old thoughts and old beliefs and mindsets. And the reason I was like, are you sure you want to get back together with them? Because you have the Seven of Pentacles, which the Seven of Pentacles is like, it takes time for fruit to grow. And then when the fruit starts to grow, um, you know, I feel like there's been a lot of patience already with you. Um, and so it's like, the other thing of the Seven of Pentacles is when the fruit starts to grow, you're like, "Do I really want apples anymore?" And I thought, again, I thought that I was supposed to have apples. I was told I'm supposed to, should, need to, have to have this apple tree, but I hate apples. I want guacamole. I want an avocado tree. And so I feel like it's like really Spirit saying, really try to go into your heart of hearts and go, is this really what I want? Or am I trying to live up to something I'm think is supposed to be instead? Because you have the Emperor card here, which is like really taking control over your life and really like, I don't have to do what everyone else has told me I'm supposed to do. I rule my life. I get to decide. And it's this power that comes in with that for you, Grace. And it's like, um, I almost feel like when you do this review, that you're like, wait a minute, I don't want to get back together with him because I don't want to have what I always had before. I thought that's only what I deserved, but I feel like when you do this review of what you really want, that you won't want to, and that you want to move into something else that's more in alignment about you, where you don't have to shrink, you don't have to be small, you don't have to walk around on eggshells or dim your light so they don't get, their little sensitivities hurt, and that's what I feel for you, Grace. I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to know. Really look at yourself because I don't think that you want to be back with them, or you won't once you really look at things and get a clear picture from a higher point of view. You're like, oh yeah, no, no, not at all. I feel like Spirit is saying that um, that he was removed out of your life for you so that you could see what you really want and he's moved out of your path so you can move in the direction that is best for you, that's for your highest experience. It's like uh, an old car with its brakes running out was stolen from you so you can get a new vehicle. It's safer for you, it's better for you, to do that. No, no, I would tell you, if you watch my channel, you'll know that Spirit, if they're like, "No, they don't wanna get back together with you, it's time for you to move on." That's what they would say. Um, but this is like saying, like, "No, it's important for you to know that he's not the best for you. He was moved out of your life so that you can move into what really is for you, that it's not, he's not for you. It's he was moved for you out of your life. It didn't happen to you, and so that's what they're wanting you to know with that. So, and I can double check here. I think that's what they're wanting you to know more for that. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. See, they even give you the Queen of Wands. This is you. They're like, you standing in your power. You get to move forward. You get to, follow what your true dream is. So this is you and empowered. So yeah, they're like, oh, let's not talk about Paul. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about what you deserve and where you need to go. Oh, yeah, that's that's our little child inside of us, right? Yeah. And that's why they want you to look at your expectations and what you feel you deserve or not. Because yeah, you definitely deserve something more in alignment. So yeah. So if you're not together now, run. uh you'll be stronger for it. And yeah. And you deserve to have someone who appreciates it. Again, that you don't have to walk around at eggshells, worried at every moment, and all that. So yeah, definitely, this opportunity, this break is for you. And I know it's scary to be alone, but you will. You're so much more powerful than you ever can imagine, and we just fear, well, sometimes we're like, I'll never find love again. And then you'll find love again, and you'll find love again, and you'll find love again. And it'll be like, oh God, I'm going to find love again. So just know, just know that you are, uh, you know, you survived and you have, made it through all of this. You are Wonder Woman. So you will definitely be happy. A year from now, you look back and go, "Oh, thank God I didn't go try to get back together with them." So trust me, trust spirit. All right. So that's what they have for you, Grace. All right. Let me take a look here. Okay, I did that one already. Okay, just want to make sure I'm in the right place here. So, Shania, current feelings of me here towards you. All right. Absolutely. Glad we were be able to be here for you, Grace. You hang in there. Sending you a lot of love. Whoa. Cards are flying. Okay. Actually, Shania, you've got the Chariot card here. These are both sevens, right? So the Chariot is the major arcana seven, and the Seven of Pentacles here is about this movement, a change of direction, and the Chariot is this movement as well. I kind of feel like, especially with these other cards here, that there's movement like away, because the Six of Cups is about memories, and the Ten of Swords here is about exhaustion. It's like there were so many expectations that were going on with the relationship and the interaction between. And if this isn't you, then it's from the past, where they are just so consumed with this trying to live up to all these expectations is like what they how they were raised. They've got all this stuff in their mind, and they just are so consumed with that in there, and that they try so hard to live up to so many expectations, that they were just to the point of exhaustion. And the Queen of Cups here is also here, which is about trusting your gut and trusting your intuition. And I kind of feel like you already know that it's like, yeah, this isn't uh, what you are needing there. Yeah, because here's the devil, which is all about this is like his life is just being shaken, 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 shaken. And like all his thoughts, all his beliefs, all his mindsets, I feel like his job, his relationships, his family, his health, even like all this stuff is just exploding around in his life right now because he's kind of like I feel like he's going through like this dark night of the soul where all his beliefs are being challenged by his higher self. It's not something that's happening to him, it's happening for him because it's trying to release him from like that 10 of swords where he feels like he's constantly in this cage of all these supposed to be and have to be and should be, need to be, and all of that. And so I feel like he's just trying to recover from his life. And he just doesn't, the only feelings he has are his own for himself right now, if that makes sense. It just feels like his whole world blew up and he's just tending to his wounds and he's freaking out, trying to get balance back or some resemblance of life back. That's kind of what I feel. And so he's just like, emotions for everyone else are like secondary for him right now, is what I feel. So that's what they have for you. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but at least you know it's not like, oh, they hate you. It's just like they're so consumed with their life right now. They just don't have time for anyone but themselves. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you, Shania. All right. All right. Thank you for being a new subscriber, Manzu. And you like a November reading? You are very welcome. All right. So, Manzu, you actually are going to be my last one for tonight because I've been on for 3.5 hours and my energy is fading. So, we will get your November month reading in here and see what does Spirit want you to know about your November. So, first, you have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. And the Knight of Pentacles is about things coming to fruition, but it's taking its good old time in the outside world. Let's see what else they want you to know about this. Yeah, you have the Ace of Wands too. So November does have some great new energy coming in, new passion, new drive, new energy. So I like that fire coming in for you here. Um, and you do have the devil card that popped up too. So the devil card here is good for you in the long run because I feel like this new energy is coming in because you have something in November, and I kind of feel like this has been going on for a little bit. You just have all these situations that are showing themselves in the outside world through other people's interactions, and you're going, why are all 5 of my friends going through this? And it's like this precursor to help you get into this awareness of like, oh, you're trying to tell me something about something going inside of me. And so when you look around, if it hasn't happened yet, it's about to happen. Like over, I feel like over this next week, if it hasn't like suddenly already, uh, come into your mind of that aha, right? Let's see what we have here. Okay, I like those. Okay. And I feel like what has been happening, you've had a lot of people around you that have been having a lot of disappointments happen in their life, and a lot of letdowns. It's almost like you know, you're surrounded by all your family and your friends, and everyone's been having these, oh, all these letdowns. And I feel like um, there's some, whatever is coming for you this month. At first, it's going to feel disappointing. Like there's going to be something, and I don't see. They're not telling me if it's a relationship or job or whatever. It's something in the outside world though with the Knight of Pentacles because there's something that comes that's disappointing, and you're just like, "Oh." And then you're like, "Oh, so now I remember everyone else is going through this too, right?" And but it's great because what it does is that it turns you inward. This high priestess has you step away from everything because she goes into her high temple to look beyond the veil, to connect to the higher realms, to go into the emotions, really look into the hidden and the unknown and go, okay, let me take a step back from it all. She just steps back from whatever's happening. And then that's when you get your ahas about, oh, so this is about me letting go of this expectation around things. And that opens up freedom because all these expectations are like you have so much of these things that were fed to you about it can be relationship, it can be job, it can be education, something in your life where you have all these restrictions that has made the path so tight. It's hard for you to walk that path. And it's so much pressure that when it blows up, you go in and you look at it and you start looking at all these expectations of the supposed to be and the should be and the need to be and the have to be and the must that just feels heavy, and you find freedom from it. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. It's endings and new beginnings. The wheel turns for you, bringing in something that's beneficial for you, something that's positive. A positive change happens out of it all. So I like it for you. Just in the beginning, it something disappoints you that makes you question all the expectations because expectations equal disappointment. That outside world is unstable, and so when we look for it for our stability, we feel unstable. And I feel like whatever happens, it just rattles you and makes you look at it, and then you change your concepts and your beliefs around it because you question it and going, why do I even expect that? Why do I even believe that? And then it frees you, and then it's like it doesn't trigger you anymore. It doesn't have a fear around it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. Yeah. So I think it's going to be emotional because you got the 7 of Cups. So it's something to do emotional out there. So that's what zap zap zap. So, but that's they're not giving me any more specifics around that. So I feel like you will know. I mean, you're obviously going to know when it happens or what you have the biggest fears around. This is like you're shaking of your cage. So that's what they have for you, Manzu. So many blessings for you. Oh, you're in Ireland. Wow, Grace. Love and light to you too. Yeah. Much love and light to you. Hang in there. Hey, Megs. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Future relationship with Pavan. Yeah, I will get you in here. Manzu was going to be my last one, but you scraped in just as the elevator door was closing, so we will take care of you. Future relationship with Pavan. Actually, I want to switch up cards here. Do you want to use these? Oh, very good. So it's like the morning over there, right? All right. Absolutely, Megs. Let's see here. So, future relationship with Pavan. Oh, okay. You got the queen of I'm sorry, this is the king of swords, and I kind of feel like this is, Pavan, you know? I think this if I'm saying, their name correctly, I apologize, I'm probably not. But, I feel like let me just make sure I'm in the right one here. Okay, let me just highlight to make sure I know where I'm at. Yeah, so Pavan or Pavan, I feel like this is them, the king of swords, there's so much in their mind, like, they are okay, good. So they are, like, so much, uh, in their head. I feel like they're an air sign, they're just so mental, you know, just always thinking, overthinking, thinking. So I feel like that's where they're at, and so they've got this mental storm always going. And I feel like, um, the 9 of Wands because you have the 9 of Wands that's here, which does say about, energetic block, with, a relationship with them. And I feel like, because the 9 of Wands is about you standing in your power, it's about you, um uh, realizing that in this 9 swords that make up like this, wall, that one of the wands is yours, and that you get to take that and find your power and find out what you want to focus on, what you want to grow in your life. And I feel like there's something underlying underneath it that, is blocking this from unfolding right now. You do have the Page of Pentacles, which sometimes can mean new opportunities are coming up in the outside world. And I feel like there's something different going to be happening in your life. And because I kind of feel like this block, um, is keeping you from this relationship because there's something else that is coming from you. Um, I don't know, like they're not hiding something from you, but I feel like, the 7 of Wands here, it's interesting how they have this, but the 7 of Wands is like this new opportunity that comes in puts you at a different place, a different level, a different like a just a higher place, a higher feeling in your life. And I feel like I don't want to say that it bothers them because I feel like someone, um doesn't attack you, but they're just like, "Why do you get that and I don't?" Yeah, because here's the double endings and double new beginnings, and this is like your higher self calling you into a new place in your life. So I kind of feel like things are not going to, like there's this block, and I kind of, when I said something's blocking you, I kind of feel like it's your higher self that's blocking you for this relationship with them because there's this new opportunity that's coming up in your outside world of where your higher self is drawing you to this different place. And people are like, why do you get that? And we don't. And so I kind of feel like you're moved into this different, I don't know if it's about a new location. I don't feel like it's a new person either. I think it's something else that draws you, uh, into this different place in your life. Let me see if they'll tell me anything else on that real quick here. So there's the 6 of Cups is about your past, and I almost feel like because the 7 of Cups is like you are choosing a new wish, and it's like something from your past is resurfacing with this pentacle, with the Page of Pentacles, this new opportunity that's coming in. It's something that's re-emerging from the past, and it's almost like a old wish that you had, like something that would have been like, oh my gosh, if this happens, it would just change everything. And that's kind of the feeling that it has, if that makes sense. So you probably, I mean, maybe you won't even remember it till it happens. You're like, oh my gosh, that's right. But Let me see if they'll say if it's career. I kind of feel like it is because I didn't feel like relationship. Yeah, because you have the moon, so there's this inner reflection, but yeah, the 3 of Wands is a change of path. So I would say that that would be more career related and opportunity. So maybe you get an opportunity to move somewhere in a position or a job where it just totally changes everything. So if that makes sense, if you ever had a dream of like, oh, if I could, do this there, oh my gosh, I kind of feel like it's something like that. This opportunity arises that just takes you, it just shifts your whole life in a direction where this Pavan is like, bye, if that makes sense. So hopefully that resonates there for you. But that's what they have for you, Meg. So I really feel you'll know when that opportunity opens up. Whatever this new thing that comes is, then that's what it is for you there. So all right. Many blessings to you. All right. And I'm sorry, everybody. I keep on saying that I have, yeah, change in a positive way. Definitely. Definitely. And I do apologize, everyone. I've been on for almost 4 hours and I keep on saying, okay, oh, just one more. But I have to end. I have to go to sleep because it's almost 11 o'clock at night here. Um, I do feel it's before the end of this year. I feel it's like it's coming soon. Um, oh, Manisha. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Okay. since since yours is an easy, fast question, right? You're like, uh, does he have feelings for you? Will he unblock you this month? All right. Let's take a look here. Yes. Thank you. Much love to you too. Thanks, Megs. All right, Manisha. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I will. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. And thank you guys, all of you who have given me a thumbs up on the video. It does help spread the Zen love and helps my other recorded videos also get sent out to more people. So to spread that love. So I really appreciate it. All right, let's take a look here. So Anil, how's he feeling for you? And will he unblock you this month? Oh my gosh. So let's take a look here. Mm. Anything else? All right. So what I'm feeling from here from Anil, this is the 8 of Cups. This is the leaving behind the emotions that no longer serve. And I feel like they have moved beyond. They have moved on, and that they won't coming back to this because this is how they picture the interaction is just it's shattered, and they've moved on to something else. I do like it for you though, because I do show that um, you have the 8 of Pentacles is things changing and you're moving up in the outside world. You have joy, celebration coming your way. And I feel like this is that they were moved out of your life to make space and movement forward in this, right? Because you have the Page of Cups they call it Daughter of Cups, but this is Page of Cups. This is a new love that's coming in, and I like that for you because it feels very happy and, oh, wow, like, joyful, and, I feel like that feels a lot better than that for sure, right? And you do have peace of mind. You have this wonderful, these are all the swords, are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And this Ace of Swords allows you, to cut away old expectations, old thoughts, old beliefs, old mindsets. So I feel like this is a change of the way you're looking at things and what you expect, because you don't want to do what you always did and get what you always got. You're really opening up your mind and really seeing what it is you really want, not what you've been told you're supposed to want and should want and must want, but you're really figuring out what you want going forward. And I feel like that's a part of this process, going forward. So um, I like that, when someone blocks you, when someone people don't leave our life, the universe moves people out of our path so that we can move forward in something more in alignment with the next step of our adventure. And that's what I feel is happening here, because you do have, new love and joy that comes your way. So I would uh, also do what he has done, which is leave behind the emotions that no longer serve you. Usually there's someone walking away here and they're headed off to the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. And I feel like that's what is happening, and that's where they want you to, um, focus on, because you have this beautiful joy that's coming your way instead. So, all right. All right. Um, No, he's gone. He won't unblock you. That 8 of Cups is, leaving behind emotions that no longer serve him, so he's moved on, and that's what they're saying that you should also do. So that's what they have for you, Manisha. All right. All right. And as I was saying, I've been on for almost 4 hours, and so I keep on doing one more and one more and one more and one more, and I can't anymore. So I'm so sorry. If you have something that you need to know absolutely tonight, I do have a ton of videos that are pre-recorded with messages from Spirit. So if you go to my main page, or even to the links in the description box of this video, there's a lot of playlists that you can go, look by your zodiac sign, or pick a card readings and other things so that you can, um, you know, um, find and follow your heart, and Spirit will guide you to a reading for you this evening. And if not, I'll be back every night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and on Friday, Saturday, Sundays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And also, if you have trouble getting a reading, I also offer personal readings, so all that information is also listed in the description box below. So thank you guys so much for being here, for all the likes and the thumbs up and all the subscribers. I'm almost to my 1,000, which I'll be giving away 10 1-hour free readings once I reach that as well. So I'm excited for that. So many blessings to all of you. I'm so sorry, Shika. I've actually been on for almost 4 hours, and here it's 11 o'clock in the evening, but daylight savings time, my body still thinks it's midnight, and my brain is fried, and my energy's going. So if you do need something, please go check out my playlist and follow your heart. I'm sure Spirit will bring you to the reading that has the message for you there. So, if not, I'll be back at 7 p.m. Mountain tomorrow night as well. So I appreciate it. I'm just so tired. I have to go because I keep on, taking another one, taking another one, taking another one, and I've been on 4 hours, so I'm fried. So I appreciate you understanding. So please, everyone, please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we talk again, you guys hang in there, take care of yourselves, have a good night or a good day wherever you're at in the world, and you take care. Thank you.